Hello and welcome everybody who's listening to this recording. I'm Dawn Campbell, one of the directors at the IAPCNM, and today in the hot seat we have Susan McCormack, one of the co-founders of Try Coaching. Hello, Susan.
Hello, Dawn. Nice to see you.
You're very welcome. So what we're going to be doing today is talking a little bit about what makes Try Coaching unique. And I know you've got a special offer for us as well. But before we go into that, let me just introduce you properly. So Susan is a part of the directors at Try Coaching with Graham Hooper. And they are both accredited fellow coaches and mentors. So your trainers really are at the top of their tree. There's no other level to go after fellow coaching and mentoring. So really some top quality trainers who are going to be delivering this course. And it's a level 5 course, very aptly named Excellence in Coaching. So tell us a little bit about the course. What can people expect when they sign up for your coaching program, please, Susan?
Well, the course is 8 days over a 4-week period, and there are also 4 1.5-hour long group coaching sessions. It really is designed for people who want to gain some kind of qualification so that they can set themselves up in their own niche as a coach. Because as we know, the coaching industry is unregulated. Anybody can become a coach. So this offers you really the opportunity to stand out in the crowd by having an equivalent level 5 qualification and then going forwards to become an accredited practitioner coach with you, the IAPCNM. It's a very, very fast-moving, slick course that looks in great detail at everything that is involved in coaching, in particular the ethos that is needed, the way the coach needs to be, their whole state of being the whole time that they're going to become coaches, and also how to develop their own business, how to develop their own coaching niche. And then it culminates with 2 live days where we look at presentation skills, which is on an individual basis, all around self-awareness, and then the ability to be able to show up and create a great first impression with people.
That sounds wonderful. Very intense, high energy, and I think that's one of the things that would appeal certainly to somebody like me who wants to, hit the decks running. That I don't have to study for a whole year. So for a little over a month, I could have immersed myself in the coaching industry and become a qualified. And another thing that's unique is you pay for their accreditation as well as part of their program, don't you?
Yes, we do. So that once they've gained the certificate, the equivalent level 5 certificate in excellence in coaching, then they can go on to apply to the IAPCM to become accredited as a practitioner coach, which just means that they can have their individual profile on the website. They can set themselves up as a coach, both qualified and accredited. So it really is a very good thing for them. But they don't complete that whole qualification within the 4 weeks because they've got assignments to go away and complete. So that really is going to depend on how long they want to take in collating 30 coaching hours. That's what they need to be able to show us in a coaching log. And
so your students have the opportunity to build their business while they're studying with you, is what you're saying?
Yes, definitely.
Cool.
Definitely.
Okay, cool. Okay. And I know that you've run this course a couple of times already because I've met your cohorts. I've enjoyed lively Q&A discussions with them. So when is the next one that people can pre-book on, please?
Okay, so our next one starts on the 19th of April. And consists of 8 days. So those days are the 19th of April, the 20th of April. So that's 2 consecutive days. where we look at communicating effectively and feedback, using feedback for development. Our focus is really on coaching the person, not the problem, and moving away from what we all have really, which is a bit of a fault focus, looking for somebody's problems, identifying their problems and trying to offer solutions. We're very much about, well, you need to be on your own, you cannot be on your own agenda. You need to be like a blank sheet when you're coaching. So we spend 2 days looking at the skills that are needed in order to be able to do that. And then the following week, the 26th of April, we're looking specifically at structuring coaching conversations. Then on the 3rd of May, we have a coaching in action day where the group will spend lots of time working in 2s or 3s in breakout rooms, because these are all on Zoom, in breakout rooms, practicing their coaching conversations, having feedback, coming back into the main room, discussing it, going back into breakout rooms. So that's a great fun day. And then on the 4th of May, the following day, we look at business development, so that they're working out how to identify their own niche and then how to advertise, how to market themselves. So that's a very important structured day around that. The 11th of May, a week later, we have a day called transpersonal coaching. So transpersonal is beyond the person. And this is where we're really upskilling the coaches so that they can understand how to coach on several different levels and really help people understand about what they can control and what they can't control, and letting go of what they can't control. So that's a really good day. We touch on things to do with beliefs of excellence. In particular, for example, each person is unique, and we start the day off by looking at the different roles that we play and how we become the people that we are, and the importance of recognizing that this is because we play different roles in life and we have different obligations to fulfill. And often what we're doing is we're denying ourselves and our inner self. So it's about understanding how to help people re-engage with their higher selves. Then
wow, I should imagine, just to stop you in your flow, but
yeah.
I can imagine that day is really eye-opening for the coaches themselves, because they're putting themselves through it on that day and getting first-hand experience of what it's like to put those skills into practice.
Yes, yes.
So you must have a lot of breakthroughs.
Well, absolutely. It's full of light bulb moments for people, because one of the things that we think is so important is to make sure that people understand the underpinning theory around things. So with personal coaching, we're looking at Assagioli, who's the father of transpersonal coaching, in particular because of psychosynthesis. We bring in the previous days, we bring in the theory of planned behavior, so how people intend to behave, and then that gap between their behavioral intention and their actual behavior. We do a lot with Kolb and experiential learning, so he developed a theory of learning, and we look at that a lot, and we use the trans-theoretical model of behavioral change and show people how to move people through different stages of awareness, really. So we use a lot of underpinning theory to help people know what they're talking about and understand what they're talking about. So the final 2 days are live because we felt this was really important to be face to face. The group has really bonded together during this period of time. So to culminate with 2 consecutive days, which happened to be the 17th and 18th of May in Milton Keynes, in a training venue that is a hotel as well, we have a look at all different types of presentation skills and the ability for the individual to show up and create a great first impression, whatever the situation is that they're presenting themselves in. So it's great for building business as well, networking, as well as working with the client.
Mm. That sounds a lovely way of doing it, actually, because as you say, everyone's bonded on Zoom for the
Yeah,
previous 6 sessions.
yeah.
And so they kind of know everybody when they walk into that hotel. They don't feel so overwhelmed and daunted. So I presume this will appeal to international students as well.
It will appeal to international students. It will be fine for them to attend the 6 days on Zoom. And if they've planned it well enough in advance, then they can have a trip over to England and
Yeah.
Milton Keynes.
Yeah. Lovely
Yeah.
Milton Keynes.
Lovely Milton Keynes.
Yeah. I get a real sense of the depth that you guys go into over and
Yeah.
above just the, this is coaching, these are the questions, this is how you deal with issues. You really go very, very deep for a level 5 course. People are getting great value for money on this, I think.
Yes, I think so. They get a copy of
Yeah.
it doesn't show very
We're
much
getting
very
flashes
well,
of it.
but they get a
Yes.
hard copy book in the
Okay.
post, which accompanies them. I mean, that's that's got a lot. It's got 100 pages in it, and it accompanies them all the way through the course. Every day is in there with the learning outcomes and reflective logs and action plans. It's got all the details about what they need to do to complete the assignments. So it's a very good accompaniment to the course. And I think it's quite nice to have something tangible and hard copy for them to work with, because then they can just put shelves and research it whenever they want to. It's got a lot of depth in it as well.
One of the things I like about your course is it's not heavy with the academic side of writing essays. It's very practical orientated, but there is some written work, isn't there? I think there's 3 pieces, did you say?
Yes, so the assignment that they have to complete consists of 3 tasks, and the first is a coaching log. So they're simply going to record the sessions that they deliver, the date and the length of time. They don't have to put much detail in that at all. It's just a record coaching log. But that coaching log has got to be current. So it cannot start until the 18th of April. Okay. So they can't bring any previous experience of coaching forwards and put that into their coaching log. So that might take a little while for some people to build up 30 hours. Then we ask them to write an essay of 1,000 words. And that essay is on one of 6 or 7 given topics. One of the topics, for example, is what is coaching? Another one is what is transpersonal coaching? Why accreditation matters? How to grow a business? How to hold a coaching conversation? The importance of the 5 essential coaching skills. So those 6 topics. What we're really looking for when we assess this essay is that they are able to express themselves, that they're concise, that they're articulate, that they don't need to have references to academic works that they've read or anything. It is just it's just being able to express themselves. And then the third task is 2 reflective logs, each of which must follow Gibbs' reflective cycle of description, feelings, evaluation, analysis, conclusion, and action plan. But what they do is they have a maximum of 500 words, and they're basically case studies of 2 of their coaching sessions that they've delivered.
Okay, that's very neat. I like that. As somebody who's dyslexic, I wouldn't want to have to, do lots of essays and a thesis.
No.
I don't have the time or the patience for that anymore. But
No.
A short, sharp, punchy, practical, high energy, deep learning. I would love that. And I think if I remember correctly, you also have a relationship with Reciprocoach. So they don't even have to find who to practice their 30 hours on, do they?
That's right. So their 30 hours, what the other 2 groups have done is that they've worked with each other. They've put themselves into WhatsApp groups. They've coached each other. They've been coached by each other. And they've also taken advantage of Reciprocoach, which we include in the course fee.
That's amazing.
So they can have six sessions where they are coaching, and then 6 sessions where they are also coached. So that I think that's quite a huge amount of experience for them.
It is. And as a previous head of mentoring, you know, one of the things I heard a lot from students is I've run out of family and friends to practice on and it doesn't feel authentic. Whereas this reciprocoach arrangement is a massive boost to the confidence, their coaching hours, exposure to different models and different cultures. So that's really, really good. So I can see that you've really gone into this in some detail. So I know that some of the places have already gone. There's only a few places left for the April, so it's well sought after. So what's the price and how many places have you got left, and what do people have to do to secure one of those places, Susan?
Okay, so the full price is £4,556.40. But we have a Black Friday deal.
We love a Black Friday deal.
It starts on the 7th of November. We only have 4 places left. And we are offering those 4 places at a massive 50% discount, which means it brings the cost down to £2,278.20, which can be paid in 10 monthly instalments of £226 or paid in full.
Okay, great. So in November, you can start planning your coaching career, and you'll have probably paid for half of it by the time April comes. And within, depends on how long it takes you to do your 3 essays, but certainly by the summer, you could be launching yourself as a coach and adding coaching to your existing skill set. So that's amazing.
Exactly. Yes.
Love it. Okay. So how can we get hold of you then, Susan, apart from the directory profile at the IAPCNM where we've got all your details? They just want to go to you directly. How do they do that?
If they want to visit the website, they can visit the website at www.coachex.co.uk, or they can email me at info@trycoachingpartnership.co.uk. try-coachingpartnership.co.uk.
Brilliant. So starting the 7th of November for just over £2,000 as a one-off payment or a payment plan over the 10 months, you've got yourself a coaching career.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Very exciting.
I'd love to see you on the course.
Yeah, so if you're watching this and you're thinking, is coaching for me? Do I want to add coaching to my skill set? I think you really need to take some action now. Contact Susan, have an initial discussion. Don't wait. Just get yourself in contact with Susan and or Graham and get your name on that list, because these places will go quickly at that price, especially. So
absolutely.
Well done. Thank you very much, Susan.
You're
Appreciate
very
your time.
welcome, Dawn. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.